everybody, it's your favorite YouTuber, Answer Hero Pop Culprit. Midnight Hours, number 1 YouTuber, Midnight Hours, number 1 YouTuber, Midnight Hours movie. Weatherman's time for some history, news, and notes. Happy birthday to Joe Bob Briggs. Now, Joe Bob Briggs is awesome and everything. On this day, 33 years ago, we lost WWE Hall of Famer Andre the Giant. Now, Andre the Giant was awesome. I fixed it. Oops. I am no one can stop the mega box and everything. And on this day 33 years ago, The Critic debuted on ABC. Now The Critic was awesome and everything. On this day 36 years ago, The Last Priestess debuted on NBC. Now it was created by the late great Stephen J. Cano. Now it's time for the last episode of Diane Chop, episode 179, for 2 weeks, where we see Jessica Cade and Diane got up from their hibernation chamber, and then Jessica shaves off the Diane Child's beard, and then Jessica kisses him on the cheek, and then Cade was using a flare gun, and then they were invited to a movie shooting, and they had to help the director and everything, and then there's Fright Pack and everything. There was Frankenstein's monster, Dracula, the Tin Man, a werewolf. They were fighting and everything, and they were freaking jobbers. They called a Drac Pack, and then they lost and everything. They helped the guy shoot the movie, and then 6 months later, Diane, Cade, and Jessa was wearing her sandals, and then Diane and Cade was wearing their tuxedo, and they escort them, and then they watched the movie together and said good and everything, and then they went home, and with their childmobile, and they went home and watched and they ate a cake, and then they watched Voltron, and that's the end of Diane Chop. No more Diane Chop for 2 weeks. We'll be back on the 17th on Justice Flux's birthday. Now please subscribe to my YouTube channel and share your pop up Midnight Hours, the more YouTube Midnight Hour movie. Weatherman. Follow me on Instagram, Dave Motion, Blue Sky, my Pixel, my Facebook like, my Rumble, share for no. Click on location when I do come on for fun. So far I have 1.13k subs or 2k subs. Could you follow me tab at the podcast and Podbean? That'll be up this week or not. I want to say RIP to Pete. Now Pete was a good food guy and everything. RIP. And what did you think about Diane Chobs 179? We'll be back in 2 weeks for Jessica Fox's birthday. So yeah, Anthony, out.